Hey there, what's up? This is Neil Napier here. Just give me a very quick one in the chat box if you can hear me all right, and a two if you can see the screen okay as well. So the screen should say how anonymous creators are making $2,000 to $10,000 monthly without ever showing their face. And I'm gonna be going into this training with you in just a minute, but I want to make sure that you can hear me okay. Let me just see some of the names that are coming through. I want to be sure I can see you. We've got Casey, we've got Gilbert, we've got Gray, and we also have, let me see, we've got Simpson, Ronald, Ciola, Raquel. Good. Well, welcome everyone. If for some reason I don't call out your name or I don't see your name, it's probably because GoToWebinar keeps messing up with names sometimes, and it's a little bit annoying. But don't worry, rest assured, I am here with you today. I can hear you loud and clear. I can see your name in there, and I can read your comments as well. So please keep the comments coming in. Make sure the session is as engaging as possible, because that is how I'm able to ensure that we get to spend some good time together. All right, but look, the focus is going to be here today to show you how other people out there are creating faceless video channels, faceless video accounts, and using it to make money online. And I want you to do the same. But look, the thing is, I want to keep the system as simple as I possibly can for you. So a lot of focus today would be on simplification. Now, I'll say this. If you are still building your content on just one platform, I feel that you're missing out on $2,000 to $10,000 a month that faceless creators are already banking every single month. And I say that because I know a lot of people who put all their effort into one channel. And I used to be that guy too. I would go ahead and make videos for YouTube, publish them there, and not think about finding ways to reuse that content for other places. And often I'd actually be on camera. But we found a way that allows you to be what we say omnipresent, which is be available on as many places as possible, as easily as possible. And we'll be able to show you how to do that today. Now, look, I will say this as well. Of course, you're listening to this and thinking, Neil, doesn't that already exist? Like, surely I've got this software that I purchased last week that is going to help me automate some of the things that you're talking about. Yeah, automation is absolutely fantastic. I think automation is great and I'm all for it. But my question to you, sitting here thinking, oh yeah, but I already have this tool that's supposed to make my life easy. Well, how much money are you making every month because of that tool? How much traffic, how much views are you getting on your videos every month because of those tools? And if your answer still is, well, nothing because I haven't quite got around to blah, 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 then I think, again, we're just giving ourselves excuses. We're trying to find ways to not actually do the work that we should be doing to get this out there. So I'm going to give you insights into what actually works, what you should be doing. And of course, if at the end of the session you're like, Neil, I love what you've shown and I want to learn more from you guys, then I will give you an invitation to join us for a 3-day live training where not only are we going to go in depth into some of these things, we are also going to give you homework every day and get you to do stuff. So just within 72 hours, you can see results. All right. Again, I'll tell you this one more time. 85% of people out there focus on just one platform, because of which they lose out. Either they don't get the leverage they could get, or even if they do, eventually Google bans them. And by the way, who here, just type in a yes if you've recently seen news about Google banning YouTube accounts because they're posting AI-based content. Have you seen or have you heard of that? A lot of big channels are getting hits as well. Some of them are not, because what Google basically says is that you need to create useful or helpful content. So again, if you use one of these tools and all you're doing is you are creating, copy, paste, filler content for YouTube, for TikTok, for Instagram, you'll eventually get banned. That will happen. And again, if you follow what I share with you today, you'll have the right strategies, the right steps that are going to enable you to do this for a much, much longer term. Because the multi-platform faceless blueprint that I want to show you generates income streams hands-free, without showing your face, without relying on one platform or depending on one algorithm. for me, and I will introduce myself in just a little bit, I will say this right now, that for me in my life, there have been two main focuses. One, to create financial freedom, and two, to create time freedom. And if you are not doing both, then you are doing it incorrectly. So I'm going to show you how to get both time and financial freedom for your business. Now, the proof that I want to share with you, and we have tons and tons of it, is like this. There's a lot of people out there that are making real money right now using faceless content. There's a channel on TikTok called Fear Frames. They make 5,000 to 15,000 a month fully faceless. There's another one, Digital Income Project, which is on Instagram. They're making 10,000 a month. And there's another one on Instagram that's making 5,000 a month. But not just that, there's a lot of people out there, especially on YouTube, that are literally making millions every year. All that you're doing is they're using AI to create the content that they can paste on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, wherever, all these places, and they're doing it automatically. But again, they're not just using tools. Yes, tools are going to help you, and we'll talk about that today as well. What they are doing is they are automating things using the right steps. All right? So in today's training, I'm going to show you how we use multi-platform faceless strategy in a completely different way than what you have seen before. And again, you might have attended one of these sessions a while ago where you're like, oh, this is interesting, I'm learning this. But the way we are approaching it is completely unique, completely different to how others out there are doing it. And my goal today is to enable you to make money across 7 different platforms simultaneously. So my name is Napier. Just so you know, I'll keep this one short. I've been an online marketer for the last 13 years. And of course, since the AI boom, we have focused a lot of our effort into trying to automate the things that work for us. In the process, what I've noticed is a lot of people have been automating things that don't actually work. So some of the tools you may have purchased to create some of the videos that you are creating don't actually work because they miss the fundamental information. So again, we're doing this training, and we're going doing the 3-day live training following up in the next week, I believe it is, to show you how to get the fundamentals right. And the scale that you can achieve when you do that is impressive. The scale that you can achieve when you've got each and every video that has the capacity to go viral, that's when it starts to become fun. Now, I will say this as well, as I mentioned, that at the end of this training, you are going to have the possibility to jump on that live 3-day training with us, but we'll talk more about that a little bit later. If you do stay until the end, I'm going to give you a free gift. One lucky winner gets to join the extended 3-day training for free. So if you stay until the end, I'm going to pick one person here who's going to join the 3-day training for free. And everyone who stays until the end gets a pack of our best multi-platform AI prompts. Basically, these are prompts that you can utilize to create viral content from multiple platforms just with a single idea. Just with, an idea that you came up with while you were in the shower. And you're like, hey, what if I could teach people about this? What if I could show people this? You just feed that idea in, and it's going to help you create content for multiple platforms at the same time. Plus, of course, as I mentioned, you are going to see an exclusive live offer, which is going to be the lowest price you're going to see it. So yeah, you might get replays of this tomorrow, in a couple of days. You might have affiliates reaching out to you with recommendations, but the price that you see on this webinar today is going to be the lowest that you're going to see over the next few days. Just keep that in mind. What I'm going to share with you today, some of it is live only. So quick question for you. Let me just see if I'm scrolling through fine. Yep. Quick question for you. Are you making significant money now from creating faceless content on one platform? Just write down your answer. Type in a yes or no. Simple question, yes or no. Are you making significant money now from creating faceless content on one platform? Steph is asking, what's significant money? What is significant to you? For some people, $1,000 is life-changing. For some, $5,000. For some, $10,000. So of course it matters, and I completely get it. But what is significant for you? Okay, now I'm seeing some responses coming in. No, 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 no. Okay, about 400 a month. No, no, no. Made 3,000 last month, but that was exception. Okay, good. So most of you are not, and that's okay. Look, this is exactly what we're trying to change. And we ourselves have recommended, automation tools that create videos for AI so often, like so often. We've done that. And we've also basically recommended ways in which you can generate, you use these tools to create content for one platform. But now what we're noticing is that just being on one platform is not enough. You got to be in as many places as you can, as often as you can. It's a volume game, especially because AI has commoditized content creation. So that's what we're going to focus on. Now, if you're not making, I feel at least 5x of what single platform creators make, then you need to watch this. Like single platform creators, someone said 300, which is like what they make a month. If you're not making, let's just 5x that number right now. If you're not making at least 1,500 a month, you should be making more. Then you need to watch this training. Because the problem that we're going to solve today is how to get you past that relying on one single platform, right? How to get you past that, hey, I'm posting YouTube videos, something will eventually work out. And it doesn't really work out just like that. So you want to fix that, right? So here's what you will discover today. I'm going to show you the shocking reality about single platform dependency in 2025. Why you can't just be on one platform and expect to get rich. It just does not work. Why 99% of creators are building on borrowed land. Which is, again, if you are putting content on YouTube, if you're putting content on Instagram, TikTok, that is borrowed land. Like, I want you to do it, but I also want you to get good at taking the traffic, the leads away from there as quickly as you can. Because that is where that traffic actually starts to make you money. Until then, it's just views. And look, views are great. I think they fuel the ego, but views don't mean anything if you're not getting leads or sales out of it. So we'll talk about that today as well. Then I'll show you the 3-step system to algorithm-proof income and dominate 7 platforms simultaneously. So it's going to be a system where you can follow step by step, but once you implement it, you'll be able to access 7, dare I say, even more social media channels where you can grow your audience. And look, once you grow your audience, you can basically turn that into anything. You can turn that into leads on demand. You can turn that into affiliate sales on demand, product sales on demand, referrals on demand. It's entirely up to you. I often work with a local influencer here in Finland, where I live, and she does an incredible job of posting on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, and a couple of other places all the time. Like, she's everywhere all the time. And the volume of new leads she's getting out of that, volume of new sales she's getting out of that is very, very impressive. And she's not even doing that full time anymore. She used to, but now she's doing about 2 to 3 hours a day. And she's easily netting about 50 to 60K a month. Again, it's taken her some time to build it, but once she's mastered the social media domination, once she's created this content empire, it just works for us. I'm going to show you how to take what she does and build the Faceless advantage multiplier effect. That is, how to go faceless, how not to be on camera anytime. You don't even have to use your voice if you don't want to. How to do all those things so that you are able to basically grow your business. So we're going to be talking about that as well. And again, as I mentioned, there's going to be a special bundle offer available today during this training. The price you're going to see, the value stack you're going to see, is not going to be accessible after this live session is done. Is that clear? Type in a yes if it is clear. Because I don't want you to coming to me or my team later saying, oh, Neil, yeah, I was on the webinar for the first, 15, 20 minutes, then I left and I came back and the offer was gone. It will be gone, which is why I need you to stay until the end. Now, look, before we start, again, how many platforms are you currently generating income from? If your answer is 1 platform, 2 or 3 platforms, 4 platforms, none consistently, just type it for me. Or if it is 0, it's the last one. Just 1 platform, type in 1. 2, 3 platforms, type in 2. More than 4 platforms, type in 3. None consistently, type in 0. Or type in 4. So I know 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one of these applies to you? And again, this is more for me to know kind of where you are at right now. Like, it's okay If your answer is, 0, like as in 4, I totally get it. But this is just me. So I know where you are and I can approach this training accordingly. Okay. Lots of force coming in. I expected that. That's okay. Lots of force coming in. Couple of ones. Yeah, just like the last poll that we did, right? So basically, all of you are not yet fully utilizing faceless content on social media, and for those that you are, you're making money just from one platform, which pretty much happens to be YouTube. So to me, the way I look at it, when it comes to traffic generation, when it comes to making money, single platform creators live in constant fear. They live in constant terror. What if my account gets banned? Right? That can happen. That can happen to anyone, believe it or not, because sometimes you might be creating some really good content, unique content as well, and suddenly someone reports you. Maybe a competitor, maybe a disgruntled customer, maybe someone doesn't like your name. They report you to YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, doesn't matter. The default for that, for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, is that if someone reports you, they ban you. Then they say, okay, you can appeal this, right? They ban you, then they say you can appeal it. So obviously, if your income, if your financial stability depends on like YouTube alone, you're kind of screwed, aren't you? Because now you have to appeal and hopefully you win that appeal. But most of the time, you end up in a position where you are fully reliant on YouTube, support agent, who, dare I say, is just some guy they've hired for like $5 an hour in India, is just sitting there saying, sorry, well, our rules say we can't accept you. What do you do in that case? Right? And what if the algorithm stops showing you videos? That's happened to a lot of influencers I know as well, especially in politics. Like I know people I follow on TikTok and they're like, hey, when Trump got elected, a lot of my content just stopped getting visibility. Like that's an example on one platform. But if they had been on other platforms as well, they could continue to be in other places. Right? What if everything I just built disappears? Like this, I know I've done a lot of one-on-one calls with my customers, and this is one of the biggest existential threats. Like, believe it or not, this is what stops most people from getting successful. This idea in their mind that if I do this, and if it suddenly all goes away, I'm kind of screwed. Like all my hard work goes away. So I want you to future-proof your content. I want to future-proof your business. How do you do that? The painful truth about building on one platform is that if YouTube changes algorithm, your income can vanish overnight. If TikTok gets banned in the US, which has been like in the talks forever now, then years of your work will disappear. If Instagram shadow bans you, which means your content doesn't get any views anymore, like just because Instagram changes their mind, maybe they don't like some of the content you're posting, your reach drops by 90%. Again, I know people that were making $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 a month on Instagram. They were like, nothing can touch us, we're invincible. And overnight they went down to $500, $1,000 a month. Just because Instagram didn't want to share their content with their audience anymore. So the point that I'm trying to make, and I really want you to understand this, is that one policy change could mean that entire business gets destroyed. And it's not just a business. I know businesses are connected to family lives. I know that my family lives the life they do because I have my business. My wife quit her work earlier this year because she was like, we have enough money. I kind of want to just paint. I want to do drawing. I want to sing. Fine, go for it. My kids go to a great school, a great kindergarten, and they've got a very, very comfortable life. And I fully well realize it, that if I'm not able to provide for that, if my business suddenly collapses, then that goes away. The life that we have built brick by brick goes away. So for me, it is very, very important as I'm growing older, to build a retirement income, to build essentially money for me that I can use in the future, that I can put aside and use in the future. So I don't want to rely on just one platform. And again, if you don't believe me, I'll show you some real proof. My channel with 50k subscribers got banned for spam without any prior warning or strikes. I typically upload a maximum of 3 videos each week and never resorted to clickbait. I dedicated countless hours to building these channels. My largest channel had a video that hit 1.2 million views, with many others in the 500 to 100,000 range, and 25k subscribers. All my hard work was gone in a single day. Instagram suspended my account, my full-time job. I heavily depend on Instagram for generating leads. A Canadian business with 60,000 Instagram followers lost around $100,000 or more in the last few months due to repeated account suspensions. The suspension happened a day before our brand launched its new location in Toronto, causing devastating effect, financial impact. So again, there are a lot of studies, there are a lot of results online of people suffering the way you may have already suffered, or if you don't do what I'm telling you, you are going to suffer as well. Because to me, single platform dependency means living in constant fear of algorithm changes, one policy update away from losing everything, working harder for diminishing returns, and building your business on borrowed land. All of this means that you're not building a business. What you are doing, as I mentioned before, is you're building a house of cards on someone else's land. One wrong move and literally everything collapses. So, obviously, I don't want you to make that mistake. Obviously, I don't want you to be in a position where you could literally lose everything you've built overnight, which is what we're trying to fix. So the new framework that my team and I have developed, Chris and I have developed, basically changes everything. And this is important because I don't want to bring you on this session and just kind of scare you and then say, oh yeah, there's nothing really you can do. You're kind of screwed. You can do a few things. And I can tell you right now, it is not buying more software. Software is not going to fix the problems that I've talked about. Because look, what do softwares actually do? And I love those softwares because I have them too. We create some of these ourselves as well. But what do softwares actually do? Software creates a system, a process, right? And it automates that system or a process. But most of the time, they're not even creating new system or process. They're just duplicating what works for someone. But what works for someone now may stop working 6 months, a year down the line. Also, what works for someone now doesn't mean it will work for everyone. Like, look at example of Alex Hormozy. He recently did a launch called $100 million business models, like $100 million models, right? And ironically, he actually ended up doing $105 million on that launch within 4 or 5 days, which is incredible. But do you think I can duplicate that model and make $100 million? No. Do you think if I create a software that would allow me to automate everything Alex did, I'll make even $1 million? Well, maybe. But chances of that happening still are less. So the point I'm trying to make is that yes, what works for Alex was fantastic and congratulations, it's amazing, but you can't just, like Russell Brunson says, you can't just funnel hack him and say, I'm going to do this myself and make 100 million. Alex has an authority in space, right? Alex has affiliates on tap. We don't. Not the same way anyway. So what may work for someone else may not work for you, which is where, again, a lot of software fall apart because the software uses example of, hey, look what Alex Hormozy made, and now you can use the software to duplicate his entire funnel. Well, yeah, but you can't duplicate his credibility. You can't duplicate the fact that he's been at it for the last 5-6 years, just giving away a lot of content for free. So the point I'm trying to make is that you need the foundations to be taught the right way. You need to know the fundamentals so you can do what is more likely to work for you. Does that make sense? Give me a quick 7 if it makes sense. Like, I want to make sure that you're with me, that you understand that success is personal, that you will have to do things uniquely to you to be successful. Good. Okay, lots of 7s. Fantastic. And again, I just wanted to make sure that I'm coming through fine to you and you get what we're trying to say. Now look, smart creators that discovered the multi-platform strategies do get better results. Why? Because they're diversifying themselves. They're making sure that if one income stream stopped, if something fell apart in one place, they could still make money from 6 other places while they would have time to recover in this one place. And then when you combine this with the faceless content that we are talking about, the whole game suddenly changes. Because we're not just talking about jumping on a camera, recording content for 7 places. We're saying how to use AI primarily, how to use automation processes, workflows, those sorts of things. to create faceless content for as many places as you want. Because look, I know, I'll tell this interesting story, right? Back when I started my business online, I was actually like, I'll tell you this, Neil Napier is my pen name. It's my pen name. And it's not something that I intended to kind of always use, but back when I did my first product, I was doing a PhD and my supervisor saw it. And he was like, he was a bit strict, like he was a bit old style. So he was like, you can't be doing anything else while you're doing your PhD. You have to fully focus on your PhD. And that made me think, like, I don't know if I'm going to be in academia or if I'm going to be in business long term. Like, what if I stay in academia and then, a few years later, when applying for postdoc positions and someone researches my name and like I'm teaching people about Instagram, about Facebook, about social media, about making money online, and they might not like it. They might not like, if someone researches my name and instead of seeing like article publications, they see, how to build an agency online or how to market yourself on social media, it just may not sit very well with them. So for me, I had real privacy concerns, which is why I kind of built a pen name, which is what I've done everything on in the last 13 years. And I'm telling you this because I know for some of you that privacy is a real concern as well. I had another student who wanted to go in the cybersecurity industry. She wanted to basically teach people about cybersecurity because she loved it. And she was like, there's so lack of knowledge and I want to have more women get the jobs in cybersecurity. But she was like, I'm already employed at a firm. I can't use my real name. I can't use my picture. I can't use my face. What do I do? So she wanted to build a completely faceless business. So I get it. I completely understand why some of you may want to be faceless when you're building out a business, and Faceless Social helps you do that. Do just that. Now, imagine this for a second. What if you could build income streams that are algorithm proof across all platforms, which is they don't restrict you to what just works right now on Google. They kind of prepare you for what will work on Google, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, all these places for years and years to come. And that are completely anonymous and faceless. You don't need to speak if you don't want to. You do not need to be on camera if you don't want to. You could literally set things up in a way that anonymize you, let you just, pull the strings from behind the screen, right? Be a puppeteer and still make money. And then it will allow you to grow while you sleep, making it impossible to shut you down because of how many routes you've set up, how much work you've done in all of that. This, by the way, third point, growing while you sleep, is really, really important to me because I don't want to build a business that can only function if I work. One of the things I told you earlier, for me, one of the pillars is like I want time freedom. And now my business is at a stage where I do about 20 to 25 hours a week and it still consistently makes good profit. I could make even more profit if I work more, but to be honest, my kids are young. When they come back home in the evening, I want to spend that 3-4 hours with them and do nothing else. When they go to bed, I want to spend a couple of hours with the wife and nothing else. So for me, it is very, very important that I'm able to control my time as I want. And while I'm doing that, I still want my business to grow to make me money. So if I can do this, if I can build those anonymous and faceless channels, you can too. Now, I want to show you some of the multi-platform millionaires that nobody talks about. You may have heard of them. Most likely you have not. And the reason why you have not is because they don't want to be public. Like, these are not guys like Mr. Beast or I'm trying to think of more celebrities on the internet. Like, I think it was this guy from Africa who just who was on camera all the time, like making this funny face. And so there's a ton of these people that, of course, use their brand, use their face, use their what they do uniquely to build their following. But there's a lot of these smart entrepreneurs who have built invisible empires across 7 and more different platforms entirely. There's one called the fuck boom, right? I don't even know like what that means, but all he does is like AI-based videos that are very catchy. They do about $500,000 to $1.3 million a month, not a year, a month. They have 46 million subscribers on YouTube, 2.8 million subscribers on TikTok, Instagram, and all those things. Right? all their content, and again, you may not know this, and I had to read about it as well. All their content is basically skibbity toilet animations across all platforms. It's what we call, like, this is the new generation's brain rot stuff. I am getting old too, because I listened to it, I'm like, what the hell is that? But it works, makes them money, right? There's Lo-Fi Girl as well, where they basically just produce music with some animations in the background, and they do about $1 to $2 million a year. Then you've also got Brightside, which is more inspiring content. That's what they do, and they do about $1.7 million a year. Then there's Daily Dose of Internet, with like content that is derived from somewhere else. So it's not someone getting on camera recording. They basically reuse other people's content, and they're doing $140,000 to $40,000 a month. Then you've got Kurzgesagt, right? So they basically explain stuff. So they explain about amphetamines, alcohol, all these like random things with AI videos, and of course AI voice. And they do about $2.4 million a year, which is approximately $200,000 a month. So to me, when I look at these examples, I think it's incredible how these people have built a following over time. I mean, look, this didn't happen overnight, right? Obviously, but they have built a following overnight. And look at this channel, for example. This channel has 300 videos and is doing $2.3 million a year. Like 300 videos. How quickly can you make 300 videos with the AI software that you have? Very, very quickly, right? Within like this. But are you going to make $200,000 a month? Probably not. And again, the reason for that is because, number one, you're not on multiple platforms at the same time. Number two, you are not following the right fundamentals for AI content creation. Now, what is common in all these successful channels, creators, is something that I feel is impossible to share. They choose platforms over personality. There's no individual there who is presenting this content, right? There's no the one person. There's basically could be like a group of people behind the scenes that are using the same frameworks to create this content. So they choose platforms over personality. They build systems over personal brand. There's no one person who's there for the ego, is like, hey, look at me, I'm Mr. Beast. They basically build systems where even if one person gets sick, the other team can kind of create the content without them. Or maybe in some cases, they're just using AI. They don't even need a team. And they diversify instead of depending on one platform. So instead of just trying to make it work on one platform, they use multiple. And wherever they got the best results, they stuck with it. Where they didn't, they got out. Simple. And also, finally, they stayed anonymous while competitors exposed themselves. Now, I'll tell you this as well. There is so much joy in anonymously making money. Right? Of course, it's good if you make money, you're the talk of the party, everyone talks about you, but people get jealous as well. People are like, oh, that person, he must be doing something wrong if he's got so much money. Or worse still, which, to be honest, sometimes happens to be, is when you have money, people come to you and ask for money. And yeah, of course you can say no, but if it's your friend who you know is struggling, for how long can you say no? You know that your friend's not going to be able to eat unless you give them some money, unless you take care of them. So to me, staying anonymous is fantastic. It is much harder now to replicate what you've done because they don't know the specifics of what you've done. And again, like I said, it's actually fun being a puppeteer, sitting behind the scenes, just pulling the strings. A lot of the other stuff that I do in my business as well, I do in a capacity where I'm not the front-facing person, where I'm not leading the brand. And again, that's the most, I want to say, like, easy money that I can make. Because there's little stress of like being on camera or being exposed in those cases. So that's pretty good. Right? Now be honest, where are you right now? We've kind of done this survey a few times, this poll, but I want to just ask you one more time. Where are you right now? Are you just getting started? Type in a 1, building on just 1 or 2 platforms, type in a 2. Where the algorithm changes, type in 3. And it could be multiple answers. Like, I just would like to know genuinely as to what's kind of bugging you in everything we've shared. Were you struggling to scale beyond yourself? Are you missing 85% of available income? Where do you find yourself at the moment? And again, no judgment. I'm not going to read out your responses. This is more for you to kind of committing with me that, yep, kind of this is where I'm and I want to change that. And talking about change, what happens if you don't change your strategy? Well, if you don't change your strategy 12 months from now, you're still going to be vulnerable to platform memes. Like worst case, if you don't change, a lot of you are saying like one, and that's okay. If worst case, you don't change what you're doing right now, nothing's going to change. And, you'll be exactly where you are 12 months from now, kind of wishing something would come along, some new program, some new software that will do it for you, that will fix things for you. That's where you might find yourself, right? Or if you actually take some action and you just work on one platform, you might still be vulnerable to platform whims. And your competition is going to end up discovering multi-platform strategies, and you will come and attend one of these sessions and you'll see more examples of other people that started 12 months ago and are getting results on multiple platforms, and you'll wonder why you always stay stuck. Why does your income always stay capped by single platform limits? Right? You might feel all that, but we want to change that. Because when you change to go multi-platform, you can sleep peacefully. There's no single platform anxiety. You can scale much faster than those that are focusing only on one platform. You can build true business security because, even if one platform stops working, you still have 6 others or more that continue to bring you the income, and you can position yourself as an industry leader. Again, if you look at Alex Ramo's example, I covered that before. He's on YouTube primarily, then he's on TikTok, he's on Instagram, he's on Facebook, he's on all these places and more. And only when you're able to exist on all these places do people remember you. Because they see you everywhere all the time. They're like, how much time does this person have? They don't realize that what you've done is you've actually strategically automated a lot of these things. So today's reality becomes that if you want to be successful online, you have to be on multiple platforms at the same time, and that way you can be algorithm proof. That's the goal in all of this. Now, when we're done with all of this, hopefully, especially when you get the 3-day training that I'm going to offer you, you'll be in a good position to make significantly more money than single platform creators. You'll be working far fewer hours with the system that I'm going to show you, and you will grow your business algorithmically untouchable, which means basically it's a very complicated sentence. What that means is that no algorithm changes will impact your earnings as they would right now. Okay, so that's what you're going to get out of this today. And again, I feel that I'm the right person to teach you about this because, I've talked about me a little bit, but I'll also tell you Chris Munch, who you will learn from over the 3 days. But between Chris and I, we've generated over $50 million across multiple businesses. We've created platforms like Kyvier, Mailvier, Amplifier, and we've been pioneering multi-platform strategies since 2019. Chris, especially more than I, has been all about multi-platforms since 2019, and I think it's incredible. Now, let's uncover the complete faceless multi-platform empire blueprint. And I know I took a long time to basically drill this into you, but I thought it was important. I had to do that. But again, this is the same system that these faceless creators are using to build multi-million-dollar algorithm-proof empires and dominating 7 platforms simultaneously. But first, I need something from you. I'm about to share strategies that are worth millions. In return, I need your commitment to use what I show you. So type in commit. I mean, so far, if you've believed me, if you've been here for this long and you're like, yep, Neil, multi-platform is what I need to do, then you're already committing. But I need you to type it for me as well, because when you type commit, I will know that you are genuinely serious about this and you're going to get the most out of this session today. Commit. Keep that coming. Yes. We've got about 50 different responses saying commit right now, which is fantastic. So here's the 3-step system to create algorithm-proof income. And the thing is this, right? Before we get into the three-step system, I'm going to show you this. We're going to move through this fairly quickly, not too quickly, but fairly quickly. But that is because if I start going into detail today, this will be a 4-hour marathon. Which is why, like I said, if this is something you want to do, we do have a 3-day live training. I can talk more about that at the end, and you can come and join that as well and get a lot of other goodies that we use in our business too. So let's go through this. Let's go through a 3-step system. I'll explain everything to you as I'm showing you this. Step 1, I need you to master viral ideas and niche domination. So let me just put up all the bullet points and show you this. Now look, typically when you create content, that could be video content, heck, that could be written content for Facebook groups, Facebook fan pages, Pinterest, Twitter, all these things, doesn't really matter, even LinkedIn. When you create this faceless content, what ends up happening is that typically your reach is limited, right? So when you create this content, your content initially may only be shown to 200 people. So I'm going to just draw here and hopefully you'll see this too. So when you first post a video, it only gets shown to 200 people. And most of these platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all these platforms have KPIs, have metrics that each video must hit before it gets shown to more people. So for example, if your video gets, only 1 like and 0 comments, TikTok and YouTube, all these platforms are going to think the video is kind of crap. So they're going to like throttle it then. It's not going to get any more views. But if it gets, again, I don't know what that number is because these are internal factors. But if it gets like, let's say 10 likes out of that, if it gets 4 comments, then TikTok's like, great, let's give this video another 2,000 views and then see where the response is at. So they're like, okay, let's let it go semi-viral, 2,000 views. And then after that, again, they measure the likes, the engagement, basically, the likes, comments, shares, all those things. Again, if it's good, 20,000. If it's good, 200,000. If it's good, 2 million. So it grows like that, right? It goes viral like step by step. But if your videos don't hit those initial KPIs for these networks, they just move on to another video and they start pushing that other video higher up. So when it comes to maximizing profit, this is the first point. When it comes to maximizing the profit, a data-driven approach is very, very important. So the way we do things differently is we have formulas for what makes a video go viral. And I can tell you, by the way, a lot of that depends on the hook, right? So this is a lot of viral content research that we do and something you should do as well when you're creating those videos. But a lot of it comes down to hook. If you've got a strong hook in the first 3 seconds, what you say, what you do, what you show, it's going to captivate the audience and keep them watching. And if they do, that means that you're more likely to go viral, right? But again, what works for TikTok may not work for YouTube, might be slightly different things. For Instagram, again, you need slightly different things. Even though it's the same people, even though it's the exact same people on all these platforms, but they need slightly different approaches. Doesn't mean you need to overwork yourself, but you need to tweak just a little bit in all of these platforms. But essentially what we do, the process that we follow is anytime we explore like what niche we want to go into, we do, bad handwriting. We do extensive research, right? We understand what does this particular network wants for this niche. So comparing what's already working in for this market on that platform, right? So we look at data in much more detail and we understand basically to dominate, to rise above the competition, what we need to do. Now, I'll say this, that there's a lot more to this than what I've just shared, of course. This is like a whole day's worth of training. But I want you to understand that you can't just approach content creation with like, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and create this content and just see how it goes. See how it goes is the worst approach that you can take. So the approach that we do like to take is, all right, well, let's figure out what we need to do a lot of research, to spend a few hours in research. And once we know, then we start creating content. So the probability of your content going viral goes much, much higher. That's step 1 when you're producing content at scale, especially using AI. Step 2, automated video creation and AI workflows. And again, I'll kind of bring all this up at the same time. It used to be, before AI, if you wanted to create video content, this is what you would do. You'd go to a stock video site such as Pexels. I guess you could use Pexels, right? You would download, let's say you would download 20 different assets, image or video assets. You would load them up in Camtasia, and typically then AI voices were not available. So you will write your own script, you will record your own audio, but then you'll build the storyboard. So you'll combine this basically audio with these images. And what you end up getting is about, let's say, 1 minute long video, which you can post on YouTube, TikTok, and all these places, right? That used to be the process back in the day. Thankfully, because of AI, this has become so easy that now AI will do this research. It will even get some videos, right? If you use something like, I think it's Veo, from Google. You can even do very realistic videos, and AI will create the script, it will create the audio, and it will compile it into this video. Not just that, it'll be able to convert this video based on like platform specific text. So if Instagram needs a different hook, it'll create that. If TikTok needs a different hook, it'll create that. If you need to repurpose like a horizontal video into vertical video, it will do that. All those things. AI fortunately handles everything for us these days, right? Which is really, really good. But then you can't just be like, hey, okay, today I'm going to post like a video on 5 different platforms. So let me go ahead and create it. You want to be able to batch create content. So that becomes important. The process that I just showed you earlier that goes like this, you want it to be done so automatically that it just keeps on happening. And as an output, what you get is like, okay, for the 1st of September, this is the content, and this is how it's going to get automatically published. For 2nd of September, this is the content, and this is how it will automatically get published, and so on and so forth. Right? It just basically goes on like that. And if you've got the right workflow, you want it to adapt to multiple platforms without you actually tweaking anything yourselves. And again, because we're using AI, because we're using third-party, freely and legally available resources, there's no need to show your face. That's what we do. And again, just like in step 1, there's so much to show in this. I just cannot. Like literally, we've got workflows that do all this heavy lifting. But I can't show you this right now because 1 is proprietary. We usually sell that to people that come in at like $5,000 a piece. But more importantly, we just don't have the time right now. Right? I can already see we're coming up to an hour mark pretty soon. Number 3, I want to show you step 3. Cross-platform distribution and automation. Let's load up all these again. So we have established that posting on one platform is not enough. We have established that you need to have a multi-platform approach for the traffic and the profits that you're looking for. Because at the end of the day, to be able to essentially make money in a bit more, I would say, scalable, repeatable fashion, you need to be able to do that automatically across 7 different platforms. So the algorithms that we have, the setup that we have, not only post content to multiple platforms simultaneously, but as I explained earlier, it also does platform specific optimization. So TikTok content is going to have a different hook. Instagram content might have a different call to action, right? Or YouTube content will just have a different script. All those are very, very important things when you are posting content. Okay? And actually, we've got ways as well. And when I publish a YouTube video, let me see if I can quickly show you that. Give me 1 second. Is it on YouTube that I can show you? Yeah. Okay. I want to show you this example. So I'll go to my videos. I'll go to shorts, which I posted a few days ago. And let's go to this one. Yep. Let's go to this one. Okay. I think I had to watch the video. Okay. Now, you can see that there's an automatic comment that was added when the video was added. Right? That was done completely automatically. So to me, that is really, really important as well, that we are basically able to automate things that we want. And then we're able to engage the community and then also monetize beyond ad revenue. So that's like step 3 in how you do cross-platform distribution and automation. And again, in all this, I feel the Faceless is actually your superpower. While I really think the multi-platform approach is the right approach, I think Faceless is a superpower because it gives you complete privacy protection. It helps you scale beyond your personal limits. Like really, how many hours in a day can you work? And whenever you have to record a video being on camera, you have to kind of look all pretty and look good. And that's when you do it. But how do you do it at scale so that you're not the bottleneck in content production? And being Faceless allows you to build systems so that you're not stuck behind a personal brand. And most importantly, it future-proofs you against personal issues. Like God forbid something happens. God forbid you have an accident. God forbid you're not able to work. What do you do in that case? You still need to be able to make money, right? Personal brands hit limits, systems don't. So to become algorithmically untouchable, you need to be on multiple platforms. And when you're on multiple platforms, even if algorithm changes on one platform, it creates a minor impact, which means that you can still continue to make good money while you can go and fix that one platform. Okay, so you become immune to platform manipulation, which to me is just fantastic because that builds certainty in business. If there's certainty in business and how you make money, there's certainty in life as well. So to me and to you, multi-platform should mean multiple income streams, should mean multiple traffic streams, multiple profit streams, multiple income streams. Right? Just imagine making up to this. Just imagine making up to YouTube revenue in the last 30 days, TikTok Creator Fund in the last 30 days, Instagram partnership, LinkedIn monetization, and all while you just created one stream of content. Imagine if you had all that. Like, numbers are a bit mismatching, but you can see, like, imagine if in a month you made $12,000 just implementing a process that you are taught, that is unique to you because it applies to your business uniquely. Because remember, you're not Alex Shonwaji, you're not Neil Napier, you are you. You are Susan, you are Gilbert, you are Chloe. When all that happens, that's when you truly achieve this platform independence that we're talking about. Now imagine, what if you could access a complete package designed to deliver the same kind of results without the guesswork? This is what I've been hinting at, and this is where we are able to help you get the best out of yourself. If you've been in a position ever where you're like, hey, I got that tool, but it still didn't give me results, tools are not going to change you. They're only going to automate what you know works, what you know to be true. So what if you could work with us and we could help you get the same kind of results without any of the guesswork? I want to introduce you to the Faceless Social Challenge. This is an insane multi-platform system that just builds on top of what I've showed you today, that goes into much more details of what I've showed you today and enables you to basically learn from us live, ask questions live, and see a system that actually works for you rather than you working on the system. So it's a 3-day live training where you will build your multi-platform empire from scratch. And this is what it's going to look like. On day one, we're going to research viral ideas that work, like how to go about and figure out what works, what kind of niche selection you should do, how you should master the algorithm, and how you should do competition analysis. Like some of the things I shared today, but we spend basically 2 hours on that, right? Day two is about video creation, workflows, and automation. We talk about AI-powered content creation systems. We talk about batch processing. We talk about multi-platform adaptation and professional quality without technical skills. Day three is all about cross-platform posting strategies, advanced engagement. There's also a service arbitrage opportunity where you can basically go out there and sell this for like $1,000 a piece and keep half of it for yourself. So that's something you have to see, because if you're in a position where you're like, you know what, Neil, I could actually get clients for this, or I know ways in which I could get clients, we show you how to get them and still keep majority of the profits for yourself. So again, we'll talk about the agency system on how you can turn this into something which not only gives you money as an affiliate or as a product creator or as an e-commerce person, but also as an agency if you wanted to turn around and build and sell this as a service. So when you join that 3-day training, you're going to walk away with algorithm-proof content systems. You're going to have multi-platform distribution automation built in. You're going to have the possibility of service arbitrage. That means you're going to be able to build income streams in multiple ways, and you'll have complete business security from platform changes. Okay, what that means is that you'll be in a position to build a platform, build a business for yourself that gives you audience whenever you want, that gives you customers whenever you want, that gives you sales whenever you want. And to me, that is an incredible thing. To me, that is something to be really, really proud of. Now, we do have some bonuses too, but just keep watching because I'm going to stack up the value to the nth degree for you, and you're going to love it. Well, for starters, of course, you get 24-hour replay wall. So if you miss a session, no problem. You can come in, you can review each day's training within 24 hours. Now, a quick secret, you'll actually get lifetime access to the replays, but just let me show you this step by step. Okay. Then you also get VIP community access. What that means is that within the community that you will be in, you can connect with other multi-platform implementers. You can share insights and strategies with them. You can get answers to your questions and learn from other people's success and failures as well. You can see exactly what's working for others, what's not working for others. And look, there's no bad question. I've already been answering some questions today, but I think my team has as well in the background. But if I miss something, we can circle back to the end. But I can tell you there's no bad questions, because even from any question that you might think is something simple, someone else might learn something. Same way someone else might ask a question, you will learn something. So there's no wrong question. And this way, if you're part of the community, you can stay in touch with us and you can stay updated on the latest AI developments. Okay, you can stay on top of exactly what is working right now for other people, exactly what is working for us, and also what you can do for yourself as well. So you get insights into all of that. Plus, you also get private Q&A sessions with us, which is you get direct access to the creators. You can ask your burning questions about anything. You can get real-time answers, and ensures nothing stands between you and the multi-platform success that we've talked about. On top of that, with each lesson, we're also going to give you the cliff notes. And cliff notes are perfect, by the way, because look, while Chris and Jay, who'll primarily be on these sessions with you, will be talking for a couple of hours every day, you might miss certain things. You might miss like a sequence of steps that you need to follow. So what we do is we turn those into cliff notes, action items that you can take away and implement for yourself, which allows you to streamline your learning process as well. And by the way, if you have a business partner, if you have your spouse who would like to come and attend those sessions as well, you're welcome to bring them along as well. It doesn't cost you extra and allows you to learn and implement with them. Like my wife, for example, she's doing a lot of design work. So we often watch webinars together. We often watch trainings together, because I know that is something she can learn from as well. So if that's what you want to do, fantastic. If you want to bring a business partner in to watch those with you, that's okay as well. Now, look, that's a combined value of over $1,500. But there's even more. So we also have the Faceless Social VIP license, and this is for you if you want to maximize results with more personal guidance. If you join the VIP sessions as well, here's what you get. For starters, well, you actually get VIP Q&A session. So we're going to have a much smaller, obviously, batch of people. So you get more closer attention where you can come in and ask your questions. And Chris and Neil and Jay are going to answer, like Neil being me, are going to answer these questions for you in a more private setting. So if you feel like, hey, I've got a question that pertains specifically to my business, I kind of don't want a lot of other people to know, then yeah, you can ask those in the VIP session. You get extended 30-day replay access. But again, for you, like I said, on this webinar, I'm going to make it lifetime for you. And you also get elite AI implementation workbooks. So you get advanced frameworks and guides for each level of implementation. So not just cliff notes anymore, but actually workbook. Like, okay, do this in this order, so that you can implement everything that we told you to implement on day 1, day 2, day 3. Plus, you also get a one-on-one personalized guidance call with our team. So this is where you can come in and say, oh yeah, I run this agency, or I have this e-commerce business, or I have this or that. How does this apply to me? Like, or more specific question, like I'm thinking about doing this. What are your thoughts? Should I do this? Should I do that? So that way we get to work with you one-on-one. And within the Facebook group that we'll set up, you can submit any work that you're doing, any of the Faceless social systems, and we'll give you expert review and we'll help you optimize them as well. Okay, so all of that is included for you as part of the deal that I'm going to give you today. Now, on top of this as well, I'm also going to give you our in-house training bots. I didn't show you that yet. I'm going to maybe circle back to it a bit later and show you. But we have 2 expert advice chatbots. They are incredible. We basically trained them up on data from, I think it was Steve Jobs and a few other people. And you can kind of communicate with them. You can chat with them. And I promise to show you that before we end this session. And we also give you our sales page writer, email campaign generator, SEO optimization system, and Facebook ad writer bots. Now, these are not software tools, but they're like set of instructions that you can use in a tool like Claude that will help you write a full sales page, create a full email campaign. You can optimize any blog content that you have for SEO, and you can also create Facebook ads if you wanted to with all of this. So that's all included as part of this upgrade as well, and you're going to get access to all of these. Now, do you think you get access to these bots and everything I've shown you, would you be able to generate results? Do you think if I basically solve a lot of the problems that other businesses face in growing their business, if I give you the tools that will help you grow your business, Do you think you'd be in a better position to get results? Type in a yes. And I want to hear lots of yeses right now, because if I don't, it means I haven't done my job, right? But if I have, then I know by now you are still committed. So keep those yeses coming in. I want to see yeses. Yes, yes, yes. And if you say yes, by the way, here's what my team's going to do. I'm going to show you the offer in just a minute, but we actually have a limited number of seats in the bundle deal that we can take in. So if you say yes right now, I know you're serious, and my team's going to drop you a link to be able to get this bundle deal before anyone else does. Okay, so type in yes, yes, yes. And Bilal, you have my permission. If they are saying yes, you've got the link. You can drop the link to them before we drop the link to everyone else. Lots of yeses coming in. Good. This is a positive frame that I want you to keep. That you deserve success. You can have success, but you have to go out and get it. Okay. And while you are checking out on the sales page, I want to offer you more for the serious empire builders. This is our final upgrade, which again is included in your bundle deal. This is the Faceless Social Inner Club. And this is for you if you want to build a complete faceless multi-platform business system. Here's what you get. As I promise you, you get lifetime access to all the training materials, which means you never lose access to any of the training resources or the cliff notes or the action AI workbooks. None of that. That's all included for you. Plus, you get elite community status, which means when you get into our Facebook group, we're going to tag you, we're going to communicate with you, and you'll have a special place to basically ask questions and engage. And you'll see others who are also part of the inner club. And look, I'll tell you this as well. One of the best things, and we've done these kind of sessions like twice before, one of the best things to come out of the inner club is the fact that you find other people that are similarly committed to you. You can chat with them, you can ask questions, you can recognize them, and you're able to basically build a good network there as well. So utilize that. Okay. And number 3, this is really, really cool. We're going to give you a complete service business system that's going to allow you to offer Faceless Social as a service to clients. So of course, when you join the 3-day training, you're going to learn a lot about how to build Faceless Social channels for yourself on multiple platforms. And eventually you might think, Neil, you know what? I want to turn around and offer this for like $1,000 a month to other people. Sure. We give you the tools that are going to help you do that. We give you done for you website. We give you done for you sales proposals, done for you email swipes, telemarketing scripts, business cards, rate cards, letterheads, invoices, client contracts. Done for you website is a big one, because you can utilize all of this. You can use all of this basically to turn around and offer people something that they can get results with and you can get paid with. So you get access to all of this, plus still there's more on top of this. You get access to AI Domination Suite, which is a training I've done where I show you along with prompts. So you get the prompts and the training that you can use to basically dominate on, to write copy, dominate on social media, dominate on content repurposing. You could do, you could work for local businesses with that. You could create courses. I teach you how to create webinars. I teach you how to create offers. So you get access to all of that included as part of this package as well. Now let's calculate the truth. By the way, just so you know, we sell this at the moment for $199 a year. So let's calculate the true value of all of this. Faceless Social Core and bonuses, $1,582. VIP Experience Package, $997. Inner Circle Business System, $997. AI Domination Suite itself, I think it's worth a lot, so $1,400. So to me, the total value that we are basically giving to you today is $4,976, which I think is incredible. But like I said, I have something special for live attendees today only. And if you skip this, you are not going to find this anywhere else later on. The price will go up. You might find a few bonuses are missing at that time. So just be aware that this right now on this webinar live is the perfect opportunity to get this entire package that I've shown you at a price that is unrivaled and will not be available anywhere else. So this special offer that I have for you is like this. Normally, if you were to buy everything, you'd pay $4,976 for all of this. But for you, as a special webinar attendee, I want to bring down the price a lot. Right? And I think at $997, this would be fair. At $997, even just getting access to the AI domination training, the suite that we have, is going to be worth the value. But we're giving you everything. We're inviting you 3-day training. We're giving you done for you business system. We're giving you AI domination suite. We're giving you our chatbots. We're basically giving you replay access, cliff notes, workbooks, everything, the whole shebang to help you make more money without showing your face on social media. So the price that you're going to have to pay today is $247. One-time payment. There is zero recurring, no recurring at all. And the link that I want you to follow is on screen right now. If there's no link on the screen, we're going to put that in the chat box for you. If you don't see the link on the screen, that's okay. We'll put it in the chat box for you, and you are able to go ahead and purchase it from that link today, right now, at the lowest price possible. And again, I want to urge you in this. If you're watching this, and if you've been with me for more than an hour now, you would know that this is incredible value. You would know that this is something completely unparalleled. This is something you haven't seen before. Like, yes, you may have seen a software tool that can create automated videos for you. You may have seen a software tool that can kind of mimic your voice and all those things. But I can promise you, even if you have all those, if you're not getting 1,000 views per video, if you're not making $1,000 per month, what that tells me is that you don't have the fundamentals right. You don't have the right strategy. All you have is a tool. But I want to give you the strategy. I want to give you the system that works for all these exceptional entrepreneurs, and that's going to work for you as well. So the link is in the chat. Type in bundle if you are getting it, so I know. Because again, remember, when you go to that page, and you will see on that page, we have limited number of seats available. When we sell out of those seats, we are going to have to raise the price. We are going to have to raise the price from $247 first to $297, then $397, then $497, and eventually back to $997, which I think reflects the true value of this package. But if you are going to be one of the first 50 people getting it at $247, I need to know. Right now, type in bundle. And I'll say this right now as well. If you're on this page, and if you're watching this replay a little bit later because you were like, you know what, Neil, I'm just going to wait and think about it and decide, that's okay. I absolutely do not mind that, but you might notice that the price has gone up. So if the price has gone up, I apologize. This is the introductory price only. It is not going to be available forever on that page. And once it does go up, we are not going to bring it down. Okay, so the link is in the chat box. If you have questions, please ask. Like I said, me or my team is going to answer them for you. Someone saying, are you going to give any software? No, we're not going to give any software, but I will show you some of the chatbots that we have with this that are going to help you. That is something you can utilize as well. But they're more like, chatbots you can use to just talk about your own business, or even I would say chatbots that you can, or instructions that you can use to build out your own email campaign, sales pages, all those sorts of things, like what I showed you earlier. Okay. Bundle. I'm seeing lots. I'm seeing about 30 already, which is incredible, which means if my numbers are right, we have about 20 seats left. And that's okay. Like I said, we're going to honor those 20 seats at 247. But once we hit that number, my team has instructions, even if I'm in this live webinar, to go ahead and change the price to 297. And that is what you will end up paying later. Okay, I'm just waiting for any questions. Yep, keep them coming in. And look, I'm practically giving this away because I genuinely want to help 100 entrepreneurs become algorithm proof. Like, even those paying a bit more. That's okay, right? And your success creates powerful testimonials, which gets you into our advanced ecosystem. Like, if I notice they're an action takers, if I notice that you follow what we teach and you're implementing the training, you're creating videos, you are getting views, you're getting traffic, you're getting sales, you're getting profit, then I have the opportunity to, one, get a testimonial out of you, and to put you in a much, much more advanced ecosystem where we can work with you to help you scale up your business in the future. Because to me, word of mouth right now is worth more than profit margins. Like, we make enough profits in our other parts of our business, like I've told you, right? I've told you that we have multiple businesses and we do all right. But for me, the main thing is, how can I grow our community still? How can I grow our audience still? And I would rather have paid customers such as you talk about me everywhere rather than me going out there and trying to acquire new customers via other means, which is why I'm happy to give this to you at a very, very low price. And again, remember, I am asking you to get this, but this comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, which is you have full 14 days to try Faceless Social completely risk-free. Come join the training, and for 3 days, get the replays, watch everything, implement stuff, and even within those 14 days, if you feel like it's not worth your time, if you feel like, okay, you didn't learn anything new, which I highly doubt, I think you're going to learn a lot of new stuff, then it's okay to let me know, Neil, thanks, I tried, but it's not for me, and can I have my money back? I'll give you 100% of your money back, no questions asked. I might ask for feedback, but that's not to hold back your refund. I'll say, no worries, I'm sorry it didn't work out. I'd love to get some more insights into why it didn't work out. Here's your money back. If you get a minute, please let me know. Right, so we're not going to hold your money hostage. You are 100% going to get your money back, but I do want to be able to basically get some feedback. That'd be useful. That'd be useful, okay? Okay, 1 second. Okay. All right, any other questions? Let me know. Let me know in the chat box. Keep them coming, keep them coming. Again, my team will answer if I don't see them because I want to go through this as well, right? I can see that it's taking a bit long. Now, look, the reason I can make this guarantee is because I'm completely confident this system works. Like I said before, we've done this training twice before. Every time we've done it, we've had incredible feedback. We've had a lot of people giving us positive testimonials about this, and you will see some of those testimonials on the page when you go to that page. And the proof is in the millions also earned by Faceless creators using these exact steps. And again, I'm not saying you'll make millions, but again, if I put you in a position to start working towards your financial freedom, then I think you can achieve these results if you take action today. But you got to take action today, right? It is possible. Like this one, for example, TikTok rapid growth case study. This person, and you can watch the YouTube video as well, like there's a link in there. But this person basically created platform content for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts, and they got their first $1,000 in 60 days. They got 200,000 followers in 30 days. There's another one on Instagram, which is where they primarily were, and then they expanded on TikTok, and they made $1,287 in the first 60 days. Right, and again, there's tons of other examples like this of people making money. Some making great money, some making, say, only $846 a month, which again, like I said, works quite well for people in certain parts of the world. So there are a ton of different case studies you're going to see on the sales page as well. And this will enable you to build your own faceless content empire. Remember, the link is in the chat box. Just go to that link and you'll be able to access the entire package from one place. But let me show you as well, basically, what it is that you will see when you go to the sales page. So let's open that up. Okay, so when you go to the sales page, for example, you will see this webinar special offer, bundle offer extended for 50 customers, get access to Faceless Social with all the upgrades, bonuses, and extra perks. So you can go through this. You can see all these examples, these testimonials, basically, that I showed today. Let me just do a hard refresh because I think the team changed a few things. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's better. So let's go further down, and you can see some of the results that we shared earlier in this session, and actually a few more that I didn't share earlier. And let's go further down. You'll see examples of everyone getting banned, and this is myself and Chris, and you can see some of the results that our students are getting as well, right? So you can see the results that our students talk about. This is primarily written faceless social content, faceless content on their websites and social media as well. And this is a summary of everything that you're getting. So you can see like all these different things, day 1, day 2, day 3. You can see other people's results on the right here as well. Past students, what they say about our training. Let me show you a few more things. These are the upgrades as well that you're getting access to as part of this bundle deal, right? And let's go further down, all the bonuses. We go further. I know I'm going fast. By the way, training happens, just so you know, training happens at 11 a.m. Eastern from September 9th to September 11th. Okay, so that's when training happens. We'll let you know about the VIP sessions that you will also get access to via email later. So just know that, of course, you're signed into that as well, as long as you're purchasing the bundle deal. Okay, let's go further down. And you can see like everything that you're getting access to, the upgrades as well, right over here. Okay, cool. And again, it's 247 now, but do note it is going to be higher later. So if you're still watching it on you're like, hey, you don't want to get this, 247 is the lowest price that you're going to see for this. Okay, it is the lowest price you're going to see for this. Type in a bundle if you're jumping in. Keep typing in bundle so I know as well. If you need the link, still type in link so my team can give you a link. It should be in your chat in the webinar, but if it's not, of course, my team will drop that for you as well. Okay, all right. Now, I prepared a list of questions that our past students have asked us as well about this kind of training, and I think they might come up for you as well. So one of the questions that came up before, and again, you may have the same question, is Neil, I don't have the time for this. Like, how much time do I need to do this? Look, any real business that you build is gonna need time to build, realistically. I remember back in the day when I first started this, I used to work 60, 80 hours a week. Now, fortunately for you, you don't have to do that because AI makes your life much, much easier. But when you get this training, of course, you're going to have to watch the training and you're going to customize it for your own use case. And of course, you can do one-on-one call with us and we can talk more about that together. But in that case, I would say within the first week, you'd probably end up spending about 10 to 15 hours just learning everything and creating a plan. After that, it's probably going to be about 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. If you can put aside that time, this is perfect for you, right? If you can put 30 minutes aside a day to sometimes create batch content like we've talked about, or sometimes just monitor the content, see how it's going, this is the perfect system for you. Like, it's a 3-day of focused learning with a lifetime of platform security, with a lifetime of traffic potential, profit potential. And I think a lot of you within 14 days are going to start seeing like reasonable outcome from this. I'm not talking like you're going to be millionaires in like 14 days, obviously, but you're going to start seeing like your videos are suddenly getting more views, you're getting more engagement on your videos. If you implement what I teach you, obviously. If you don't, then nothing's going to change for you or for me. But for you to get results from this, I think you're just going to see the impact more easily if you are able to just come in and watch the training and implement this the way we teach you to implement this. Okay, cool. The link is in the chat, by the way. What if I miss the live sessions? If you miss the live sessions, I just told you the time, 11 a.m. Eastern, September 9, 10, 11. Even if you miss the live sessions, replays are going to be available for you for lifetime. You can just come back, watch it anytime you want. Of course, I prefer if you were there live to really ask your questions in real time, but the replays are going to be available for you in the future as well. Okay, including cliff notes, including action item summary, workbooks, and all those things. So you will not miss a thing. What if I have questions? Yep, like I said, you are covered completely. For starters, you can ask your questions during the live session. You are also going to get a private Facebook group access with daily support. You're going to get VIP community access for ongoing questions. And again, we give you 2 expert advice chatbots for instant 24/7 answers. And also there's a one-on-one faceless social strategy call that we give you as well. Let me see if I can quickly dig up the chatbot. But like I said, the cool thing is you get one-on-one faceless social strategy call, which for me is a big plus. I think that's going to be a game changer for a lot of you, because when you buy these products, you don't really get one-on-one access to creators or their teams, but this time you are getting that. So this time we are over-delivering with a lot more value than what you typically would get from an offer like this. But let me go ahead and see if I can dig up the chatbot, and I can show you that right now. Okay, so I found them. Here we go. So there's a couple of chatbots in there. One is Amplifier's Project and Team Leadership Advisor. And the other one, which I've used in the past, is Amplifier's Expert Panel Boardroom, which basically includes Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, and Tim Ferriss. But let's use this. So I'll actually show you how I've used it in the past. So I've said, hey, so I'm looking to join a live 3-day training like this one on generating traffic using AI. The training will be about going from level 0 to level 3, where level 0 is all this, blah, blah. I want you to tell me what could be the potential outcome of training like this in my business, where I sell services to local businesses. So Elon Musk leans forward and in his own way says, so you want to use AI to generate traffic for local businesses? Let's break this down to first principles. As he does, what problems are you actually solving here? Most AI training programs have just repackaged basic knowledge with buzzwords slapped on. Before I ask my question, traffic isn't a real goal. Traffic is electrons moving through wires. Conversion is what matters. So tell me specifically, what's the actual business outcome you're looking for? And don't give me marketing fluff, right? So really strict. So I talked to him, and then he gave me some more feedback. And then I use a different example, right? I said, basically, I'm trying to do this. But he said, well, wait, so you're selling this product, but then last week you were selling this AI training. So what's happening? What are you doing? So that's really useful as well, because it really talks to you very bluntly, the way Musk would talk to you. So it actually helps you get to the outcome that you're looking for. And then you can do for this leadership advisory as well. So let me do one here. Let's go to this one. Hi, I'm your project and team leadership advisor. Whether you're facing a team challenge, working on a complex project, or looking to grow as leader, I'm here to help guide you through it. What's on your mind? So let's use this chatbot right now. So I'm going to say, okay, I have a system. I have a 3-day training that I'm going to follow, which is going to teach me how to leverage multiple social media platforms to create content and traffic. And once I follow this training, I'm going to implement it myself. But then I want to turn around and hire a virtual assistant to delegate the steps to. So how do I go about planning out the whole thing so I'm able to hire a virtual assistant and give them all of this so that they're able to run this whole thing without me? Okay, by the way, I'm using like a voice to text thing on my computer, which is why I'm able to do it. But this is different to AI because, or ChatGPT, sorry, because this has actually been trained to answer in a specific context, right? Same with the other one. They are trained to answer in a specific context. So before jumping in, let me ask some clarifying questions, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's try this. Number one, I have not yet successfully implemented this, but I'm learning it from guys who have. So once I do this myself, once I learn, I'm able to implement this myself as well. Number two, success in this case would primarily be number of views, and then how those views are converted into leads and sales in my business. Number three, I think the part that requires most oversight is primarily looking at the KPIs every week and making sure all the content production is being done as expected, and the views and leads and sales are not falling off. If they are falling off, then I may have to go back in. Otherwise, I can let the process run by itself. Number four, no, I have not documented any of the process yet, but once I do it, I'll be able to, and I need you to guide me on how to document that process. Okay, 1 second. Okay. There we go. So now it's going to take all this assessment and create like a plan for this. Again, it's still asking questions. That's okay. I can answer those questions as well, but I'm going to skip that for now. But the idea is these two chatbots work with you. And then on top of it, as I mentioned, you are able to still do more. You're able to basically get additional help in creating some of the content that you want to create. Okay, but in all of this, you will have our support. Okay, another one. This sounds too good to be true. This comes up often. Like when I show the value stack, when I show how much they'll have to pay, like this is going to be it's too good to be true. The thing is that it's easy for us to get like 50 of you, for example, or maybe more if people pay more and jump in later. But it's easy to get 100, 200 people on calls like these and give training because it's a good use of our time, right? It's very difficult to give this training one-on-one for this price because then we really would have to charge our time's worth. But when you jump in as a group, then we can kind of divide the time between all of you. So in that sense, I feel that it's actually not that hard for us to do this with you. It's actually quite easy because of which the price is reasonable for us and for you. So I think that's why we offer it to you such a low price. But look, I've shown you the proof. The proof is literally everywhere. I've shown you lots of examples of people who are doing exactly what I'm showing you and getting results. $1 million faceless creators do exist. Multi-platform strategies are documented and case studies are all verifiable. Like for each case study that I showed you, you can go and check it out yourself if you want to. So the system does work for regular people, but just that regular people do need to do the work. So I'm going to ask you to do that. If you can't, you can just come and tell us and we can kind of guide you how to hire the right people for it. But it's good if you kind of do it yourself first. Okay? All right. But I'm not tech savvy. You do not need to be tech savvy. Look, the whole point of going faceless is simplicity. No complex video editing, no fancy equipment needed. AI tools do the heavy lifting for you. There are templates and done for you systems built in, and there are in house trained bots that handle the technical stuff that you would otherwise need. If you can use a smartphone, you can do this. Can you use a smartphone? I know my dad can, and I know he can use this as well. What it does require from you still is not tech, is just a little bit of your time in the beginning to set it up. So yes, attend the live training, set this up, and get it rolling. What if the market gets saturated? Look, here's what's actually happening. Traditional content creators are burning out from constant face to camera pressure. You know, if you want to be on camera, you got to look nice, you got to shower, shave, all those things. For men, at least, anyway. For women as well, you got to look presentable. And look, no one looks presentable out of the bed, right? So it's a lot of work to do this for traditional content creators. And a lot of them are facing personal brand fatigue. A lot of them have privacy concerns. And for some of them, when they're only on one platform, any algorithm changes basically derails everything they're doing. So in that sense, you do need to basically work towards this, right? You do need to build this out as well for yourself. And Faceless is just getting started because there are infinite niches to explore. I know someone who creates videos for philosophy, another one that does for math, another one that does history, another one that does relationships. So there's a ton of possibilities in there. And they're global audiences. There's literally no language or cultural barriers. Like YouTube is even playing with the idea of a built-in AI tool that can automatically in real time translate all the videos. So if you want to watch a video instead of in English and Portuguese, you could do that as well. AI is making life easier than ever. And the thing is, most people don't even know this opportunity exists. Like my dad, for example, I'm pretty sure he's seen faceless videos, but if I ask him how to create one, he has no idea. He doesn't know that there's a whole business behind it. So you're quite early to this still. You're very, very early. You're not late at all. We are far from market saturation. But yeah, if you're going to create shitty content, market will feel saturated. But if you're going to create content the way we teach you, the way we show you, you're going to be banking for a long, long time to come. Okay, I don't have the money to invest right now. I completely understand the money is tight, but look, for starters, we have reduced the price on this a lot, but still consider this. This might seem an investment, but what is the cost to start a faceless content channel? Actually zero. You can use free AI tools we show you. But the cost not to start, the opportunity cost of not starting is $2,000 to $10,000 a month. Like the longer you wait in doing this, you are losing $2,000 a month at the very least. So you tell me, Neil, I don't want to spend $247. You kind of are already spending $2,000 a month by not doing it. So that's how I would look at it. Like you say, I'm going to write this down for you so you can see it. You say, oh, Neil, 247 is a lot. I say, not making $2,000 a month is a lot. So which one would you do? Would you spend this? Or would you lose this per month? These are the only two options that you have in front of you right now. You have to pick one. Like you genuinely have to pick one. Okay, I'll spend this and make this, or I'll lose this and not spend this. Pick an option that works for you. I'm not going to force you, but I'm telling you reality of how it is. It's not that you can't afford to join. It's whether you can afford to stay where you are right now. If you can, fantastic. If you're like, Neil, kind of fine. Like I'm cruising along in life and I don't need to change anything. Fantastic. This is not the right offer for you. But if you feel this pull that, yes, I need to change something before it's too late. Yes, I need to get on this AI bandwagon before I get left behind. Then this is exactly what you need. Another question which comes up from the pessimist, and I get it. I do get it. What if I just fail at this? What if I suck at this? This is, by the way, when it comes up, this is usually the imposter syndrome. Like, what if it works for everyone else except for me? Like, what if I'm the odd one out? What if I'm the ugly duckling that gets left behind? Look, failure is only going to happen if you quit. That's it. If you quit, then you will fail, for sure. But if you don't, if not 14 days from now, if not 3 months from now, if not 6 months from now, you will be successful. It's just a case of implementing the step-by-step system, which we teach you. And it's impossible to get lost with this system because we teach you all of that. There's a lot of community support behind you. There's people just like you in that Facebook group who'll be hanging out and asking questions and sharing things. So you'll get access to that as well. There'll be multiple strategies that we'll share as well. If one doesn't work, you just try another. They're going to be real examples to model, and you can just copy what works for others. And there's going to be expert guidance throughout this process, right? So we're not selling this to you and then leaving you be like, okay, well, we'll never see you after training is done. We will be there with you every step of the way. So the only time you will fail is you say, yeah, I don't feel like doing this anymore. But if you're committed to it, but if you take action, I can promise you in a short period of time, in a slightly longer period of time, at some point, you will get the results that you're working towards. All right. Type in bundle for me if you're jumping in, by the way. I just need to know that you are, and we can lock it in. I think we're pretty close to 50 right now. Should be let me just check. Give me 1 second. 46. Okay. We're coming close to the end as well. That's okay. All right. Good. My niche is too competitive. Look, competition means there's money to be made. If your niche wasn't competitive, I'd be scared. Right? I'd be worried if there was no one in your market. That would mean there's no one spending money. Again, people create content when there's money to be made. So to me, that's actually a good thing that your niche is too competitive, right? You just have to find angles. You just have to find unique things, which is, again, we can discuss in the Facebook group or you can discuss on one-on-one call. But look, Faceless already gives you an advantage. There's no personal brand limitations. You can explore any profitable angle. One doesn't work for you, delete those videos, go for another one. Simple. You can do content creation at a much faster pace, right? But you can outpost competitors, right? So you can create more content than them. You have global reach. We talked about that already. And you have algorithm benefits because platforms love consistent quality content regardless of whether or not you're showing your face. They don't care about your face. They care about, remember the virality formula, they care about how many people are engaging with it. That's how they give you the views. And the views get you leads and traffic and sales. Right? We will show you, by the way, in our training, we will show you how to find profitable sub-niches where there's less competition and more opportunity. But you got to come to those sessions or watch the replays. What if platforms change their rules? This is exactly why we are focusing on the multi-platform approach. This is why this is not a YouTube training or TikTok training or Instagram training. What you're going to learn is how to dominate on 7 or more different platforms so you're not just dependent on one. And how to do multiple content format rather than just one. We'll talk about traffic arbitrage, which is how to take the audience as quickly as you can from YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all these places out as quickly as you can so that you can build your list so you can make sales. So we'll talk about email list building because look, I'm a big proponent of having your own email list. To me, that's an important reason why we build a business, and we're going to talk about that with you as well. Rule changes only affect creators who put all the eggs in one basket. You will not be one of them. You will not. Someone else says, I had asked before, I've tried everything before, nothing works for me. And again, this is kind of coming usually from people who are a bit pessimistic, but I understand, you get beaten down. But I completely understand, if you feel like this, I completely understand that you're frustrated. But here's what's different this time. I'm pretty sure you've never tried Faceless specifically. Again, you may have purchased the software, you may have clicked around, you may have posted maybe 5 times, but you haven't done it consistently and specifically the way we teach. So yeah, you may have tried it or something like it, but you have not tried this. And until a while ago, AI tools didn't exist. Now they do. And free ones at that as well. I don't know if you've seen VO3 videos, but they are fantastic. They're amazing. They're beautiful. Right? We are taking a multi-platform approach, which means that even if one platform falls apart, you can focus on 6 others. And the system that we're teaching is proven. It's not theory. It's practical stuff that actually works. Now, if that didn't drive the point home, I'll tell you this at the end of the day, you've got community support as well, right? We're right behind you. You're not going out alone. If at any point you have a lack of motivation, you get stuck, you have questions, you can come and ask in the Facebook group. We're going to be there. This is not just another online course. This is a complete business system which is delivered to you live. So that way we can maximize implementation. So I think in that sense, it is pretty incredible. What do you think? Do you agree? Type in agree if you agree, and type in a bundle if you're getting a bundle as well. Again, just so I know, just so we can congratulate you. Good. Lots of agrees, lots of bundles. Fantastic. This is good. And look, you're not too old or too young for this. I mean, age, I think, is irrelevant with faceless content. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you sound like. It doesn't matter where in the world you are. No one knows any of this. No one cares because we're not showing our face. There's no personal brand attached. We're not showing countries. None of that stuff. Global audience does not care about demographics. We have successful faceless creators all the way from 16 to 65 and even more. Your age is not a factor. Your consistency is. Just imagine this for a second. Imagine 90 days from now, you've got income coming from 7 platforms simultaneously. You are sleeping peacefully and not worried about, hey, is YouTube going to ban me tomorrow? You have complete business security and you are known as the multi-platform expert person who could potentially offer this as a service to others. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to look like that guy in the picture, but it's going to feel like that. It's going to feel like that because you have taken a lot of uncertainty out of your business. You have taken a lot of questions out of your business, which you probably had until now. While your competition panics about algorithm changes, what you are doing is you are building a diversified empire that cannot be touched by any single platform decision. You're building traffic funnels, traffic siphons that continue to function even when you don't feel like functioning. Even when you feel like taking a day off, enjoying the summer sun or the autumn rain or the winter snow or the spring surprises, you're still going to get results coming in for you. Now look, you can grow like these creators have grown. It is 100% possible, but you got to implement. Like, that is the only thing I ask of you. I'm willing, along with Chris and Jay, to go 90% of the way, give you exactly what works for us, but you do have to come and meet me in that 10%. You do have to join the training, and you do have to implement. You don't need to implement in week 1. You can do it in week 2, week 3, whenever you feel comfortable, but you got to do that, because only when you do that can I promise you a semblance of results. If you don't implement, nothing's going to change. If you don't get this 3-day training today and everything else that we give you, nothing else is going to change. Okay? So again, go to the link in the chat, get all of this, because I want you to be in a position where you can taste success, where you can finally say, yeah, nothing else worked until I got this from Neil, and this one clicked it for me. That's what I want. You've already seen what's possible. You've already seen what's possible for others, what the system that desires, and now it's time for you to take a decision. Okay, we're coming to the end now. We're going to be closing this out soon. And once I'm done, by the way, we are going to be changing the price on the sales page as well, because I'm pretty sure we passed 50 sales right now, if not more. I don't know what my team is doing. If you still have the page, by the way, open right now, go purchase it. Don't refresh it, because if you refresh it, the price will go up. So go ahead and purchase it before the page changes. Okay? So what others charge versus what you pay is this. If you go look for other courses around this, just for YouTube alone, you pay $1,500 to Matt Power. There's one from Jordan McKay's, that's cost $697. Next Level Pro, I don't even know what that is, but that's $499 a year. But your investment today on this is measly $247. Like, measly. For everything. For lifetime access to everything that we're giving you. Now look, you got 3 choices right now. I'll bring all these up right now. So you can stay vulnerable to single platforms if that's what you want. You can keep worrying about, hey, what's going to happen if this doesn't work out? Or you can try and figure this out all alone, which you can, by the way. Like, go to YouTube, look for tutorials, look for stuff to figure this out. And you can. Like, eventually you will be able to, but it's going to take you much, much longer. And you may not get to the exact thing that's working. And again, once you get to that, things are going to change again, right? Or you can follow a proven blueprint with expert guidance and something that keeps on adapting to your needs, because again, this is built around you. Like, we have systems and steps that work, but you'll be implementing this specifically for your business. So it's going to continue to work for you for weeks and months and years to come, which I think is incredible, right? To me, the smart choice is obvious. You join the Faceless Social Challenge for 247 and includes all the bonuses, everything that we have shared with you so far. Everything. And remember, in all this, you're risking nothing. There's a 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can try this completely risk-free for 14 full days. If you don't see a clear path to multi-platform income by day 1, day 2, day 14, whatever the case may be, you get every penny back, no questions asked. Like I said before, I may ask for some feedback as to what we could have done better, but I'm not going to hold your money hostage. That is your money, and you can have it back. All right? The real risk in this case is missing the opportunity while others claim your multi-platform territory. That, to me, is a risk. Not making money offering this to local businesses, for example, is a risk. Just ask yourself, do you want 2025 to be the same as the last few years, or do you want to do something different this year? Do you want to work alongside experts who have mastered this, who have harnessed this, and who are not giving another tool that's push button that's going to make you rich, but who are actually fixing the fundamentals and the strategy and the systems that you need to take in to do this for the longer term? To me, status quo is unacceptable. You got to change things up, right? The time investment that I ask of you right now is 3 days of focused learning. And what you get in return for that is lifetime of platform security. It's not a lot for me to ask you for 3 days. It really isn't. And again, it's not like full day, but it's just 2 hours a day. But what you get out of that is, in my opinion, lifetime of platform security, which even works while you sleep. Okay, these are skills that pay for decades. So, one more time, here's everything you're getting. You're getting access to Faceless Social. You're getting access to the VIP license, the inner club license, which means you keep access to everything for lifetime. Whoops, I almost dropped my coffee. What that means is you basically keep access to everything we're giving to you as part of this package for lifetime, which is great because you can come back and check on it whenever you want. When we have new updates to the training, you get access to those as well. And everything in this case is yours for a long, long time to come. If you have questions, you can still ask, of course. More than happy to guide you through those. But what I can do is I can circle back and I can go through the sales page one more time and show you that, time permitting. And if you have questions, we're going to answer some more at the end as well. Okay, so if you do have questions, keep them coming in. Otherwise, go to the link in the chat, and what I'll do is I'll walk you through the sales page one more time.